There's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Buffalo Bills. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
He was brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike, let's go!
Shotgun now for Murray. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray, and he's going to go down again. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Washington 1st down.
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Bills nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Coming after you. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. He's scared. He's crashing.
From the gun, Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, it's Murray. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
That was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now he dumps this off over the middle. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
In punt formation.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Jackson. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. To throw again is Jackson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Murray. And that is incomplete here.
Murray's pass, incomplete. Intended for Austin Eckler. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bills nothing.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28.
Eckler, the ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out Do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now Eckler. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Bass is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arm.
Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Washington.
Jackson's pass.
Stephon Diggs. His 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go. It got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, You could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Washington.
Throwing is Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Big Ed. 36.
Operating from the gun. Murray. That's complete to Davis. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Left side caught by Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Washington.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Jackson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Again, Jackson. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. O.J. Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now it's Jackson. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
Jackson.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
32-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Like 22, he's coming, 22. Like 22, like 22. Time to go, night. Like 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Coming to work. We won.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson slings this deep from McLaurin, and that's caught inside the 30. touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's into the hands of Eckler. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray to air it out again. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
To kick off for Buffalo.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. A short kick taken at the 18. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Keyshawn Vaughn was the intended receiver out of the backfield. But it's going to be 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Jackson going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Big yardage that time for Washington. 43 yards.
Washington.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That pick his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks.
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Going deep for Diggs. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Check.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
put it mildly. That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Their 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st down, Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
49 the mic, 49 the mic. 65, 65. Mike's 49. Mike's 19 tight, 19 tight. 49's the mic, Mike's 49. Here we go, D.
From the gun, Jackson going deep for Diggs. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, it's Eckler, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Murray now. They'll roll him out right.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
At the 43-yard line.
2nd and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Where you got? Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the...
From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever.
Check 24. Watch 24. Bang, 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 bang. Wide.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Watch out. Viking 18.
Going for it on 4th down. It's Fromm. He's going to take another shot here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
49 the mic. 49.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And that's complete to his running back, Vaughn. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On 3rd down, it's Gibson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Gain on the play. And a Washington first down.
Strip that ball. Tighten up.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
The ball carried by the
defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Brought down by
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Hawk 70.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
51, Bills 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Bills on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and the Bills will move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Fromm. He's going to let it fly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch. And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you. And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Antonio Gibson.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it. And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Today's finals, Washington.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense. They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work. That's called being in the zone. So for Washington, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.